evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, we'll hear about local high school graduation commencement exercises. We'll also hear from the Miss Tulahoma contestants, and we'll learn about mussels in the Duck River. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company. We offer dependable and reliable service on all your HVAC equipment. We also offer high-efficiency trained cooling units. Call us for your cooling needs. Your comfort is what we do.
It's summer, call Stroop.
What does caring look like? This is what caring looks like.
This is setting an example for others.
This is rising to the challenge.
This is doing what works.
This is doing my part.
This is doing your part.
Each of us individually.
Acting as one.
Keeping your distance, no matter how awkward it may seem.
This is wearing a mask.
Over your nose and mouth.
Like we are. Keeping our distance.
Each wearing masks.
Not under your chin.
Not above your head.
Not in your hand.
But over your nose and mouth.
This is listening to the expert. If you'll just
wear one of these.
Caring makes community.
And this is what caring looks like.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Coffee County Director of Schools, Dr. Charles Lawson, has announced that Coffee County Central High School class of 2021 will have a graduation parade on May the 28th in lieu of a traditional commencement ceremony. The ceremony will be much like what was held for the class of 2020. Lawson cited crowd limitations due to COVID-19 as the reason. Dr. Lawson said, quote, Coffee County Central High School will be conducting a parade of graduates as a graduation ceremony on May 28, 2021. School and district officials spent a significant amount of time evaluating options and decided that this plan represents the best opportunity for community involvement and ensures that all interested persons have the ability to view the graduates. If a traditional graduation had been held at the football stadium, the graduates would have had a limited number of tickets issued for family and friends. Instruction and information can be obtained through social media outlets for the high school and the school district. We will update these instructions as further information becomes available, end quote. As in 2020, Thunder Radio will broadcast a parade of graduates on the radio and through Thunder Radio social media channels for all to hear. Tulahoma High School graduation will take place at Wilkins Stadium at 7:30 p.m. on Friday, May 14th. As of right now, there are no COVID restrictions for THS graduation. Each graduating senior will receive 8 tickets for friends and family. In the event of rain, the ceremony will be moved indoors to the gym, in which case only the tickets numbered 1 and 2 of each senior's allotment will be honored. Stay with us. We'll be right back in a moment with more News Leader.
Now open in Tulahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tulahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. One of the favorite portions of the Miss Tullahoma pageant is the question and answer segment. In part one, we hear from the first half of the contestants.
What accomplishment are you most proud of?
The accomplishment that I'm most proud of is being voted by my peers as junior class president. Knowing that they value me enough to go pursue their futures means a lot to me. Thank you.
If you had an extra hour of free time in a day, how would you use it?
If I had an extra hour within a day, I would use it by spending time with my family. Without them, I would not be where I am today, and I'm so grateful for them. Thank you.
Contestant number 3.
What is your favorite memory?
I have so many favorite memories, but one of my favorites is during the summers, my grandmother Yami would take me and my little cousin Savannah on so many different adventures. We would do anything from making dance videos to taking trips to Gatlinburg to going on shopping trips and of course getting our hair and makeup done. I love getting to spend this time with them, and that is why it's one of my favorite memories. Thank you.
Contestant number 4.
What is your meaning of true success?
In my opinion, the meaning of true success is setting a goal and not letting anyone or anything get in the way of achieving that goal. Thank you.
Contestant number 5.
What is one of your favorite qualities about yourself?
I have many qualities that I love about myself, but one of them is that I'm very dependable. Whenever my friends or family need help, I'm always there to help them through whatever they need. Thank you.
Contestant number 6.
Who is your role model and why did you choose them?
My biggest role model are my parents because of all the sacrifices that they make for me to have a better future. Thank you.
Contestant number 7.
Who or what is your biggest source of inspiration?
My biggest source of inspiration would definitely have to be my parents. They always inspire me to do my very best at everything, and whenever I fall down, they're always there to pick me up. Thank you.
Contestant number 8.
What is the most valuable lesson you have learned?
The most valuable lesson that I have learned is you have to work for what you want. Thank you.
Contestant number 9.
is at the top of your bucket list?
The thing at the top of my bucket list would be to travel the world, because it's something that isn't just fun, but you also get to see historical places and learn more. Thank you.
Contestant number 10.
What do you think is the biggest issue facing this country today?
I believe the biggest issue facing our country today is the division among our political parties. I believe as the United States of America, we should stand united and not divided. Thank you.
Contestant number 11.
Give me one word that describes you and why.
For me, I think one word that describes me is that I'm determined. I always find a way to get what I want. Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment with part 2.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Hello, I'm Ray Norris, and as Mayor of Tulahoma, I'm strongly urging all of our citizens to follow the guidelines of CDC in helping control this virus, COVID-19. But I'm especially advising all of us to wear face coverings or masks anytime we're in a social setting where we can't maintain a distance of 6 feet or more. So be kind to your neighbor. Wear your mask.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Now we return to the recent Miss Tullahoma pageant for the second part of the contestants' question and answer segment.
This is number 12.
If you won the lottery, what would you spend the money on and why?
If I won the lottery, I would save some of the money for my future, give some to those in need, and spend the rest on myself, my family, and my friends. Thank you.
Contestant number 13.
If you could be anywhere doing anything right now, where would you be and what would you be doing?
If I could be anywhere doing anything, I would probably have to be at the Navajo Nation, because I am part Navajo and I know many people who struggle out there, and I would really like to help them and those who share the same blood as me. Thank you.
Contestant number 14.
What is the most valuable lesson you have learned?
The most valuable lesson I have ever learned is to always be kind to the people that I meet and know that I have a lot to learn and experience in my lifetime, and to know that each of these experiences are going to lead me to the place I am meant to be. Thank you.
Contestant number 15.
How will the pandemic affect the United States in the long run?
I believe that the pandemic will affect the United States in the long run with emotions, and it'll also affect the economy. Thank you.
Contestant number 16.
If you could speak with President Biden, what would you ask him to do?
Hear me out. Other than asking him to lower the gas prices, because we've all been through it, I'd honestly ask him just to sit down and have a conversation with me. The mental toll that it takes on a president or a political figure is a lot, because you have to make decisions for everyone else, and you have to take in everyone's consideration. So if someone doesn't see eye to eye to you, whether it is doing the best for this country or doing what's right, you got to make the decision anyways. So it would not only enlighten me, but it would actually make me see that he's just as much a person as we all are. Thank you so much.
At this moment in time, what do you feel is your mission in life?
At this moment in time right now, I feel like my mission in life is to let everyone feel respect and the fairness that they deserve. Thank you.
Contestant number 18.
What makes you most proud to say that you are a Tullahoma Wildcat?
What makes me most proud to be a Tullahoma Wildcat is the reputation that all of us have built. The students all over the state are known to be the most hardworking. Thank you.
Contestant number 19.
If you could be really talented at one thing, what would it be and why?
If I could be talented at one thing, it would probably be helping others find their true colors. So many people don't know their worth, and so I would love to help them with that. Thank you.
Contestant number 20.
What is the motto that you live by?
The motto that I live by is don't let other people's judgment reflect the way you live in your life. Thank you.
Contestant number 21.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is a lack of originality, because I think everyone's real and natural self is the best version of themselves that they can be. Thank you.
Contestant number 22.
What is something that you're passionate about and why?
I am passionate about the welfare of animals. My family and I have had several rescue dogs, and I feel like each animal should have a safe and loving home. Thank you.
We'll be right back in a moment with more news leader right after these commercial messages.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tulahoma.
This is the face of a fighter.
I'm fighting to keep Tennesseans working.
I'm fighting for time with my friends.
I'm fighting for football on Saturday.
I'm fighting to see my students back in the classroom.
We're fighting for our small business.
I'm fighting to keep my family safe.
Whatever you're fighting for, it's time for all Tennesseans to fight back. Until there's a vaccine for COVID-19, this is the face of a fighter. Face it, masks fight COVID-19.
The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency has been producing videos about how special and useful our Duck River is and what is being done to protect it. In this video, we learn about mussels and how they are nature's river cleaners.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ranger Julia, and we're out here on the Duck River this morning. The Duck River is home to more than 60 species of mussels, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. No, not these mussels, these mussels. Mussels are an important part of this river's ecosystem and very important to plants and animals and people as well. So let's wait out here and look, and I'll tell you more about why they're so important. Okay, everybody, so we've ventured out here a little bit further in the river because this is where you'll find a lot of different mussel species, and they're just right beneath our feet, right where I'm standing. So if I bent down right now and looked around, there's all kinds of different mussel shells I can see. There's some that are alive, some that are dead. Unfortunately, raccoons may have eaten some. That might be why they're dead and split open. But if you do find some that the shell are closed, that means they're alive. And if they're alive, that means they're working to help you and me. What mussels do is they sit on the bottom of the river. They latch onto the bottom of the sediment with their little foot muscle. And what they do is they collect in dirty water that has plankton in it. They filter it and they release out clean water. So that's really important if this river provides over 250,000 people clean drinking water, isn't it? So I like to say that mussels are filter feeders and river cleaners. Say it one more time with me. Mussels are filter feeders and river cleaners. So those of you who come and swim in this river, just remember, if you see a mussel on the bottom of the river floor, leave it there, because what's it doing? It's cleaning the river for you, and it's very important. Mussels are types of mollusks. They're more specifically types of bivalves, which means they're related to clams and oysters. And yes, freshwater mussels do produce pearls also, but it's really rare that you'll find one out here in the river. It's about 1 in 10,000 chance for you to find a pearl out here in the river, so don't go looking for pearls. Used to, in the early 1900s, they would use mussel shells to make buttons for your clothes. Up until the invention of plastics in the 1940s, that really put a damper on the mussel population because people were just collecting so many mussels from the rivers and using them to make buttons. Mussels come in all different shapes and sizes. Most commonly, you'll see mussels in this shape. This mussel is actually called a slab-sided pearly mussel. And you'll see mussels that are a little bit smaller than this, a little bit bigger than this in this shape. You'll also see mussels in this size and shape. This mussel is, for a reason, it's called a heel splitter. It's because it'll bust your heel wide open, and I've seen it do it to people. This right here is a different funny shaped mussel. This one's called a rabbit's foot. As you can see, it kind of resembles the foot of a rabbit. So there's, like I said, there's over 60 species of mussels in the Duck River, and if you look closely next time you're out and about, maybe you'll find one of these, maybe you'll find a totally different species. The best thing you can do is when you pick it up and observe it, put it back right where it came from. One other really neat feature of mussels is that their life cycle is so unique that it relies on other fish in the river. When mussels reproduce, the male, who like I said was sitting on the bottom of the riverbank, releases sperm into the water, and it finds its way to the female and it fertilizes the female. Once the eggs are fertilized in the female, well, we're going to call them eggs, but the scientific term for them is glochidia. If you can say that, go for it, but we're going to call them eggs. When the female is ready to release the eggs, she creates a type of lure that attracts a fish to her, and then she spits out the eggs and they land on the fish's gills and attach to the fish's gills. They don't hurt the fish, they operate through commensalism, which means they're not hurting the fish, so they're not a parasite, but them being on the fish's gills is how they're going to be able to grow and reproduce. So the fish is a really big partner in mussels. Different mussels attach to different species of fish. It could take several days or several weeks for the glochidia, or eggs, to reach the stage of juvenile mussels. And at that point, they will fall off the fish's gills and start the process over and fall right back down to the river floor and attach to the floor with their muscular foot. And roughly 2 to 7 years later, they will repeat the cycle and breed again and making more mussels. So that's why it's really important that we leave the mussels exactly where they're at. And if we leave the mussels where they're at, they'll live for 70 to 90 years depending on the species. That's 70 to 90 years that they'll be cleaning this river for you. So it's really important that we remember that. Mussels are filter feeders and river cleaners, and we should do the best we can do to preserve them and leave them here in the river.
Stay with us, your weather forecast is coming up in just a moment.
Now open in Tulahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1982 at 90 degrees. The record low was in 1907 at 25 degrees. Average high on this day is 70 and the average low is 46. Partly cloudy weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of 39. Partly sunny weather expected on Friday with a high of 64 and a low of 46, and a 50% chance of rain in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 59 and a low of 43. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.